Greetings, cocktail aficionados. It's John Moser with another edition of Cocktails Out of Quarantine. Listen, I haven't made an episode in the last couple of weeks, mainly because it's the end of the semester. Things were crazy, finals and papers and whatnot. The semester is now over, I'm happy to say, and my schedule has opened up a little bit, so I plan on making a few more of these in the coming weeks. So, the drink I want to make today is called the Cable Car. And it's a take on the more famous sidecar, right? Classic cocktail, the sidecar. And this one is invented by the legendary Tony Abou-Ganim. He's AKA the modern mixologist. And he came up with this at the Starlight Room in San Francisco, atop the Drake Hotel. A legendary spot. Apparently now it's closed for renovations, but it's expected to open up again later this year. Anyway, the cable car, the famous San Francisco mode of transportation, goes clattering up the street right past the hotel, right past the Starlight Room. So it's appropriate that there's a drink that's named for it. Cable car, sidecar, you get the connection there. And like the more famous sidecar, there's going to be a crust that is a rim, in this case made of sugar and cinnamon. And it's going to be the drink is based on spiced rum. I believe this is the first drink using spiced rum that I've ever done on this show. So I'm going to show you what you need, first of all, to make this drink. As I mentioned, the rim of the glass we are going to put in a combination of granulated sugar and ground cinnamon. Just a tiny bit of the cinnamon. You don't want that to overpower things. And to hold it on the rim, we are going to rub a lemon wedge over the rim of the glass. All right, that's what we do to the glass itself. What goes in the actual drink? Spiced rum. It's not difficult to find spiced rum. Any liquor store is going to have it. I chose for this Southern Cross spiced rum from the MLH Distillery in Grove City, one of my favorite places. I bought this weeks ago and haven't had a use for it yet, but I'm excited to try it. If you look closely, you can see the vanilla bean floating in it, so this is going to be a very interesting drink. We are going to use, along with that, dry curacao. You want dry curacao, otherwise you don't want to get this to be too sweet. There are a few brands of this. The Pierre Ferrand is I think the best that's out there. We are also going to use simple syrup, just a little bit of that, as well as fresh lemon juice. Always use fresh if you can. That's all we're going to need in order to make this drink. I'm going to show you how to make it. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is get the stuff ready to dip the rim of the glass in, although we're not actually going to dip it until right before we're about to add the drink. I have here about 1/8 of a cup, roughly an ounce of sugar, and then I'm going to add to that 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. About right. Some of it went on the plate, that's perfectly fine. In fact, dump it on there. I'm going to push it to the sides, try to get it a little stirred up so you can see that there is cinnamon as well as sugar in this. Get it toward the ends so that we will have plenty when we stick the rim of the glass on. All right, now we mix the drink. I've got some ice in here, and we begin by putting 1.5 ounces of spiced rum in the shaker. Wow, that really smells good. 1.5 ounces. To that, we're going to add 3/4 ounce of dry curacao. I haven't used dry curacao or anything for a while. It really is a fantastic addition to a drink. 3/4 ounce. And then we are going to do 1 ounce of lemon juice. See how much we can get out of this half lemon. Not enough. All right. Good thing we have a second half. There we go. 1 ounce of lemon juice, and finally 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. All right, let's shake that up well. Nice. All right, we're going to take our lemon wedge. Well, make a lemon wedge. And we will rub this generously along the rim. Push it right in there, move it around a little. Ooh, that looks lovely. And our drink. My, that looks really nice, doesn't it? Now, if I want to get really fancy, I would take maybe some orange peel and have a nice little spiral of it, but I don't think I'm going to bother with that. I think this is beautiful just as it is. So anyway, it's to the start of my summer break, although it's not much of a break, there's a whole lot going on, but I hope you're having a great day. I hope the weather's as good there as it is here. Cheers. Oh my, yes, the cable car. Here's to San Francisco. Here's to summer. Have a good time. See you next time.